We're rolling.
Welcome back, everyone.
What episode is it?
Miguel?
Thanks, man.
Where have you been?
Episode 86 of the Jiu Jitsu Dummies Podcast.
Mucho episodio.
We're getting close to 100. I'm excited.
Yeah.
You guys excited about that?
Yeah.
What are we going to? We got to do something special. I know. I want to invite back some of the originals. Hopefully, we can get Junior back. I think he mentioned he might be training again. So I think that would be
gym.
cool. He's been training?
Yeah, he's out of town right now, I think.
But
yeah.
he's steady? Is he?
I think he goes in the AM because there's like a executive class at 6 in the morning or 9 a.m.
Yeah. Kids class?
No.
I'm just kidding. He would fit right in. You wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell.
I haven't reached out to him. If you talk to him, I mean, we'll message, and he's always out of town, so we'll message like, hey, let's get a beer when you're in town.
Yeah.
So absolutely love to have him on.
We're always memeing.
I talked to Mauricio already. He said he would do it. I got to give him enough advance notice. We got to know when that 100th is what day that's gonna fall on.
Right after 99.
We got to give him some time to take off because he works during the week, so he's got to put in for the day ahead of time. I'm always inviting him on. I'm always inviting Mauricio on, but
Thursday's hard for him.
Yeah.
And he works.
Like
works
Sunday,
way
Monday,
north.
or Monday, Tuesday. Something
He
like
works
that.
way north too of like where he even lives.
Yeah, he
Boca.
can make it. It's a one-time thing.
I got
I'd love for him to come in more often.
I was saying spur of the moment. It's difficult.
He says that. Yeah. He says Boca like it's in outer space or somewhere.
Well, I mean, it's far. I mean, it's an hour and change. That's an hour and a half in traffic, maybe more if you hit an accident.
30 minutes for me.
Yeah, right.
When my wheel bearing is working.
Yeah, this guy, he freaking flies.
Yeah, go GGI.
I do. I haul ass.
So I am Milton Campus.
Sorry.
I'm a brown belt training out of South Florida. Go behind the camera.
I'm not a belt training out of nowhere.
Miguel.
Riding shotgun.
I'll let you do it. I'm going to take your sound effects away. Shout out to our booking manager, Britt. Thank you very much for all the hard work. We appreciate you.
Britt.
Joining us today is 3rd degree black belt, Jean.
It's 2 degrees.
Okay, so
let him say the name, please.
So he did say he's got 2 degrees on his belt. He says he was awarded his 3rd, but it's not like he doesn't have the belt.
Yeah, the ceremony.
All right, so we'll say 2nd degree black. He did say 2nd degree. My bad.
Let Higuel say it.
2nd degree black belt, Jean Dalua, Cartagena.
Cartagena. That was
I did
good.
a good job,
right.
right? And Puerto Rican.
That almost
Dalua.
passed. That almost passed.
You know what?
New Rican,
I
Puerto
just
Rican,
figured out what you are. You're the
Don't point at me. Don't point your finger at me.
There's 4 pointing back.
You're the Latino gringo.
Yeah, he's going to be on the camera.
Yeah.
He did that. You did that in the last episode. I saw like you got like a finger in front of something.
Yeah.
He did this in front of the
Yeah,
camera.
I pointed in it.
But go ahead, tell me what I am.
You're the Latino gringo.
I'm the Latino gringo. Listen, I've heard it all.
You are Latino, but you are a gringo because there's
a name for that, right?
The way and where I grew up, I dealt with it all my life.
Coconut.
Yeah, that people would say like you're brown on the outside, white on the inside.
Yeah,
just because because I don't talk with the heavy Spanish accent.
I get called that too.
But you know what? It's one of the reasons why. Funny enough, like when most of my girlfriend, my wife is Hispanic, and a lot of my girlfriends in Florida were Hispanic.
Ex-girlfriends.
Ex-girlfriends were Hispanic.
Yeah.
And when I would tell them the shit that I had to deal with in New York. Because you get it from both sides. Family and friends that lived in New York, in the city, would give you crap for living on the island because you were a sellout. Right?
That's
not a real.
I was a kid. I didn't have any choice in this, but who wouldn't want to live in the suburbs in a beautiful house, a big piece of land,
Yeah.
My dad did the right thing. He was a cop. He moved his kids out. He's like, I'm not raising my kids in this city.
Yeah.
And, we moved out to Long Island. But you get it from both sides because... you move into essentially a white neighborhood.
A lot of cops.
When you're a kid, people were like moving out, and then it was just like, it was funny because all of like the houses with all the Hispanics bought, because it was like a whole bunch of Hispanics bought on like the same like road, like around the corners. They all had the bigger houses because all the other houses were older and like 1-story houses. And then these new developers put up these 2-story houses right across the street and around.
Multifamily.
So it's just like you had a bigger, nicer house, bigger plots of land, but you were less than, You were less than. I'm just saying at that time, that was my experience. So you got it from both sides, though. You got it. You're Hispanic. Your Hispanic friends and family want you to live in the city, and then you're out on the island, and the people that are out on the island weren't very happy to see these brown people coming in.
And you're trying to assimilate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
it's one of the reasons why we've talked about it before, like learning Spanish. My parents, friends, and family, or friends, neighbors that we actually moved, like my father moved next door. Him and another cop came. His friend, who I believe they went to the police academy together, bought a piece of land and was building a house. And he brought my father out. And he's like, "Look, they have this piece of land is available. You should build your house here." And he did. And we lived next door all our lives. We're still friends with them.
Bam.
And the kids were older than us and had more of like a Spanglish, brought up with the Spanglish.
I know what you mean, yeah. Like
and they were put into like, what do they call, like English as a second language, or like remedial classes, because they were, English wasn't necessarily their second language, but they got put into remedial classes, right? So like, you're behind, you're stupid because you don't know the English as well, you sound different. Yeah. And my parents didn't want that to happen to us, so they figured, okay, we'll teach them English first, get them into school, and then teach them later. Yeah. What happens when you're 5, 6, 10? You don't want to, you feel weird, you feel funny, it's a joke to learn another language, and we never really fully learned. So that was like my experience with
I'm darker than you, and I'm white.
You're out in the sun
white.
all day.
I don't even know what that means, because I was born in southern Romania.
Where are you getting your tan from? Are you walking every day?
No, I went out 2 days. 2 days I went out during the weekend.
Yeah. Soaked it all up.
And the weekend before, I had gone out for like 2 hours.
You're looking good. You're all matching with the shirt, and the pants match the
tanning.
Well, no, it's been and by the way, melanin actually is a hormone. I believe it's a hormone. It's not just.
Where are you taking us,
It's not just a tan thing.
Here we go.
No, it is. It actually.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying here we go.
It has health qualities to it. There's health qualities to building up melanin. Not too much. You don't want to get too much melanin in your system, especially if you're a white guy. It's a different type of, because this is one that's built up and one that you're born with. There's two different.
Okay, can we get back to racism?
Racism?
No, let's. What? Can we get back to racism?
Can we just be racist for once? Jeez.
So today's guest will be joining us shortly. Excited to have him on. He's got a great story. Support for the Jiu Jitsu Dummies podcast is brought to you by MANSCAPED, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. MANSCAPED offers precision-engineered tools
for the family jewels.
There you go. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust MANSCAPED with this exclusive offer just for our listeners. You can get 20% off and free worldwide shipping.
Test that
with code JJD20 at manscaped.com. So we'll talk a little about them a little bit more later.
I want some orders in Bora Bora. I want some orders in Tahiti.
We have a presence in Denmark.
Fiji.
Hey, all of our Denmark listeners.
Raise up.
All of our Denmark listeners, we got to get them the order.
And Fiji, we need Fiji.
Yeah, Fiji.
It is. That. I got to share it with you guys one day. Like, you can see the podcast sound, like the audio, where you get your downloads from, and it's always interesting to see. Like, oh wow, you got like 10 downloads on,
Djibouti.
I want the oddest places that you wouldn't think.
Mount Everest. Somebody from the top of Mount Everest.
Which side?
Did you see the post? I loved that. I shared it with my wife as well. I sent you a post that like a black belt sent, and he was just like, hey, it was because he heard me specifically talking about my injuries, and he was like, stick with it. He's like, I'm a black belt now. He's like, your podcasts have got me through those times where I wanted to quit.
You sent me that.
I was like so humbled by that. I shared it with my wife, and I'm like, look, this is why I'm doing this.
That's right. You did share that with us.
Did I share that with you too?
Yeah, it was on the weekend.
I put it in the chat, right?
Yeah.
And I showed it to my wife, and I'm just like, I like to show her stuff like that because when she's like,
she doesn't believe
the podcast is a hobby, like when she has it's her seeing something like that, and I go like, look, this is somebody who's actually listening to us and
shout out to
likes
the fans.
what I say.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys just as much. Please share your stories. I do love that.
Fans and friends.
He sent us a nice message and made me feel really good. And
you know what? On that note, comment, because that gets our algorithms going.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
Yeah, we stopped doing it, and you know what? I didn't put it in here. I said before
that's the best way to support us for free. The best way to support us for free is subscribe. If
you're listening to us, you can leave us a review. Our largest audience is going to be on Apple Podcasts, so you can leave us a review.
5 stars.
You can comment on our YouTube videos. You can, please subscribe, right? That's always going to help us. And then also, support our sponsors. these sponsors are supporting us. We could not do this without the sponsors that we shout out. I know sometimes people are like, oh, this, commercials in the beginning, and people might fast forward, or like they just want to get to the guest.
It's good gear at a discount.
Yeah,
and
it's
they help us out.
That's because free ain't free.
Yeah, I mean, it costs money to do this, and we've been very lucky with the sponsors that have supported, and hopefully we can continue. Not hopefully, we will continue to move forward, and I'm excited about that 100th episode. That's going to be really fun. We're going to do something.
Got to do it.
Extra special.
Costumes.
Well, we're going to get
geese. Wearing geese.
We were just talking about could we have like a mobile kit where we could actually go out, because we do get those invites once in a while. Like, hey, would you guys like to come here and film?
Yeah.
We don't want to pack this up. Like, this is set up in a good way. We could pack this up. This was all in my house at one point. A lot of it.
Oh, I thought you meant like pack the room with a bunch of people.
No, but like to really go out with a nice a suitcase with everything we would need to like go film mobily with at least a camera.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. That would definitely be something on the goal list. That would be cool.
It'd be a second setup. But it would be specifically for unpacking and it'd be a mobile setup.
Yeah, we gotta get on that, Bo.
It'd be a totally.
That's a Bo thing.
That's easy.
Hey,
that's easy.
Did you say
it's
the promo
the live
code for
shit
Manscaped?
that's hard.
Did I get to it?
I don't know if you did.
You were saying we're right off of the end of it. We're right off the end of the promo you gave.
I listen. I thought I read the whole thing.
Yeah, you
the exclusive offer. Free worldwide shipping with code JJD20.
Sure. All right.
At manscaped.com.
Let's do it.
Oh. Did you not hear it?
I didn't hear it. My bad.
Maybe,
I just want to make sure.
I get caught up in my.
Well, that was kind of my
tangents.
fault. I was like, Fiji. Let's go.
You might have. Yeah,
that was my bad.
So again, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code JJD20 at manscaped.com. We'll talk about them a little bit more in a little bit. Shout out to Black Belt Digital Marketing. Thank you, Black Belt.
Hey.
Anything you need to build your business, website design, Google Ads, graphic design, we can help. Check us out at Black Belt Digital Marketing on IG. Mm-hmm. And the website is bbdigitalmarketing.com. Request a free online review of your entire online presence today.
Do you guys do
actually, Billy? You know what? I started to get sidetracked. We're rebuilding the site. We're doing just a better design. We just finished the actual layouts.
Right.
And now we just have to integrate them into the current site. The site that we have is already up and running. So we're just kind of replacing all the graphics and just like giving it a nice
under
facelift.
Construction.
Well, it's still up. It's up, but it'll have a nice facelift. I really like the designs that we came up with. So
don't go too far with the facelift. You start looking like. You know what I mean?
No, it's going to be good. It's a good step in the right direction. The first site was like we built it really, really quick to accomplish the goal of needing a website up as when we first launched. And we do so many websites, and I use those as samples that it's like those are way better than our own website. So it needs
as long as you don't
step it happens, and that's how it should be. You should always your client's website. I heard that
way back. Like I
your
think
client's website should always end up better than your own.
Look a little bit better, yeah.
And then you should tell your clients, hey, listen, we liked your website so much that we just did for you that we're redoing ours and using yours as an inspiration.
So, speaking of websites, we're actually helping out Neutral Zone. We're building Neutral Zone's new website. We can't say what it is, but for their new line of products.
So they're finding their domain while we find our Neutral Zone.
We have the domain, but I get where you're going with that. You got it.
So my whoosh was predictive because he deserved it for that one.
So shout out to Neutral Zone. No matter if your aches and pains come from lifting weights at the gym, rolling on the mats, or just the daily grind of life, which is my problem, Neutral Zone has a product for you.
I love it.
Find your Neutral Zone by finding the best products for your pain wellness so you can continue your active lifestyle. Check them out at My Neutral Zone on Instagram. And you can get 25% off with code JJD at neutralzonecbd.com. And again, we've got something very, very interesting coming. It'll be on our new website, a new domain. It'll be a different product. It's a non-CBD product, so it's going to be really cool. I'm excited. We're looking at a launch date of August 1st.
Mysterious Milton.
So we're probably going to be up. The website will probably be up, but we're starting to put that online that it's going to be August 1st. You guys are screwing with me.
The teaser.
Hey,
Hey, quick testimonial on my Neutral Zone. I started running again, and it's been a while. So, I know what happens because I've started running again before. And Dude, the roll-on neutral zone on my thighs.
Yeah.
Like the lactic.
This guy?
Yeah, that one. The lactic acid, like the next morning, not sore at all. And I know that's supposed to happen. Yeah. So it's definitely doing something for me.
I keep that one now at my desk, and throughout the day when I'm getting a little hunched over by the end of the day, give a little bit.
That's just my little. That's my 2 cents.
After you start doing something like working out,
yeah,
the lactic acid thing is only at the beginning until you get used to it. After
it depends.
That,
it depends what human you are.
You're not kind of
Yeah, everybody's a little different.
Are you Dean Karnassus? You know, because that dude.
Well, do you regress that quickly?
No, what I'm saying, Dean Karnassus literally has a genetic defect where he doesn't build lactic acid.
If you don't work out, for one day, you go from Arnold Schwarzenegger to
what?
Beaker.
Jabba the Hutt.
Beaker on Sesame Street.
Yeah, you know? that's a deep cut.
I don't know where this is going.
Beaker? You don't know Beaker?
I know who Beaker is. Yeah.
No, I know who Beaker is. I don't know. You guys lost me on this.
He's saying. I'm just saying people are different. Some people
interesting.
Some people got muscle memory.
I am very glad that Neutral Zone is helping you. It legit helps me out too. I love it. I'm still we look at all that stuff that's just there, and we have more than it. We have every one of those products and more. And I'm almost I got to use I want to try them all, but I have found
I've
my
used
little
them
zone
all,
with between the tincture, the roll-ons. I do for my muscle issue,
abdominal.
my groin issue. I like to use the
deodorant stick.
Yeah,
I know
the
you're
fat
talking about the glue stick. The glue stick.
We don't have it here, and
we need to call that the Elmer's glue.
Yeah, it's muscle rub. I think actually it's the muscle rub. So it's it looks and kind of feels like a big stick of deodorant, right?
Yeah, or glue stick.
With the glue stick, and you put it on it's I wake up in the morning and it's still I can go like that and you can feel it.
Yo, they should actually make a glue stick size one, just for fingers.
We've got some interesting things coming. I think you're gonna like all the stuff that's coming from them. So, shout out to our friends over at Flow and Roll, hands down the best custom gi and no gi gear in the business. Don't believe us? Visit them on Instagram at flow_n_roll and check out all of their custom designs. They work with academies across the country, so you can see got stuff for ATT, GFT. They're working with tons of different teams.
I just saw Cody Steele. I think Cody Steele got picked up.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I think so. He was wearing Flow and Roll stuff.
Yeah. I know that he's given him some stuff in the past. He hasn't mentioned if it's I
don't know if it's official, but he's wearing it.
Yeah. Did we talk about it when Tex Johnson was wearing the Flow and Roll shirt?
Yeah, with the tattoo. Yeah, shout out Tex.
When we sent Tex some stuff, and because Sean sends out our shirts, and he sent them a shirt, and it was cool.
Sean's getting out there. I like it. I like his gear.
I'm excited to see ADCC.
Yeah,
I'm obviously for the fights, but even just a little bit more just to see Flow and Roll's name out there.
Yeah,
we could go.
People got to try.
He'll give us tickets.
I already got my hall pass signed.
Yeah,
I'm good. September.
We might be able. I have permission to go as well.
Yeah,
permission. Got permission.
Everybody knows, bro.
Man.
So look, again, they do incredible work for academies throughout the country. I spoke to Sean today.
Yeah.
After I got off the phone with him, he sent me a message. He said, "Talk about this special. Buy 25 gis and get free patches."
Individual patches?
Says, reach out directly to him for more details.
That's it.
So go to @flow_n_roll on Instagram. Hit that message button.
Slide in the DMs.
Slide into Sean's DMs. Ask him for more details.
Hey.
You will not. The only gi that I wear is my Flow and Roll gi. I have a whole bunch of gis.
I wanted to wear it.
It's my favorite gi. It fits perfect.
Yeah.
Got a little bit bigger. So it fits perfect. It fits good. And it's just my favorite. I do some Jiu Jitsu Dummies patches on it. And,
bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
I know you threw some on mine too.
Oh, yeah,
I wear it to the gym all the time.
I see you once in a while.
I like it. I like the pant material.
Reach out to him directly for details on that special. We've also talked about his he has a pre-order program where gyms and academies, instead of laying out tons, let's just say you needed 100 gis,
inventory,
or you wanted to inventory and have inventory of 100 gis, you don't have to do that. Order 25, put them on his website as a pre-order program. He will put them on his website. Your students can go and buy them themselves. you're still getting the profit. He's charging what you would have charged, and you're going to get your piece, and your students will get their gis in the mail. Bro. Yeah, well, I'm talking to you.
You're talking to me?
Yeah, that's the third, what is it, the fourth wall?
The fourth wall, you're not breaking it?
No, it's right here.
Okay,
right
dale.
Here. So, he'll ship directly to your students. Look, it just saves you the money out of pocket.
Yeah.
You don't lose out. You're going to make what you made anyway. Sean gets to help you out. You have a good connection. You need more gis. He turns that back on. He can turn it off. He turn it back on. Get your next order. Minimal money out of pocket. Damn. And it's an incredible way for, especially new gym, any gym, but new gym owners who are like, shit, I can open up a gym, but then I got a $15,000 investment to get some gis from overseas. Usually the thing that makes it harder for a gym to even get started. Yeah. Right? It's like, well, I guess we're going to do all no gi,
I guess, yeah.
And people in T-shirts and their Quicksilver shorts, Yeah, Sandoval. Not knocking on Sandoval either, though, because they got me through some tough times. So reach out to Sean directly for more details. And also, you can find our podcast here on their site as well. I finally posted. He posted it. I reposted it. The main graphic from the Peace Love Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, right. Yeah, we got it.
I think I'm the only one that finds this funny.
Probably.
It's my own.
We talked about it for long. We would have been done. They would have been ordered if it wasn't for that element with the bullets. And after everything that happened in Texas, we were just like, this is not a smart idea to be putting this out.
That being said, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah. So we're close. We're just finishing up the graphic for the back of the rash guard. Yeah. Which again had to change because the main element changed. Mm-hmm. And I've seen it all. We're just adding some color to one piece. I think it'll probably be done in the next couple of weeks, and then we can actually place the order. And so I'm thinking within the next 60 days, let's say, we can actually have packages out. We're going to put them up as a pre-order too. Yeah. Because once they're up, we'll be able to put it up as a pre-order so people can order. But we're giving it away to people that have sent us questions for the show. So if you have any questions, you don't have to wait for me to post. If you have questions, like general questions, or if you see somebody's going to come on the show, somebody that's coming on the show, send it. I'll put those questions in a file. I'll put them into an outline for that episode, and I'll make sure that we ask. If we use your question on the show, you're going to win a podcast tee
or a mug.
And for those people that were okay with waiting, I told them, okay, look, I can send you a t-shirt or mug now, or if you'd like to wait, we'll send you the rest guard. And a whole bunch of people said they wanted to wait. So as soon as we get them,
a lot of hashies going out.
We'll send them. A lot of hashies will be going out. And it's good. And then we got it he's got the shorts being mocked up, the no-gi shorts being mocked up. You saw the hoodies and all that stuff.
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops? Did he you fucking with me? I'm like, did you see flip? Did he send you? What? I know you and Sean.
Yeah, we got a separate.
You got secrets.
We got a separate.
You got a secret chat.
We do. Yeah.
So you can find our podcast tee, and if you order anything directly from the website, use code JJD at flowandroll.com. All right. Thank you to the Bjj Box, Jiu-Jitsu's favorite monthly subscription box. It's delivered to your door filled with premium Jiu-Jitsu and grappling apparel, equipment, supplements, supplies, snacks, and lots more, like what I'm about to show you here as my standout. They find the best products in the world of Jiu-Jitsu and guarantee that every box is going to be worth more than the actual cost. Mm-hmm. Right? Each box includes between 4 and 7 items that you're going to love. You can get a certain level of box, like we get the VIP box, which comes with the t-shirt. You can get there's go a higher level, and you can get rash guards. So it's really cool. This is my standout. Now, I think it smells great. Anytime my wife she goes smells me, and then she starts like cuddling up on me. It's like, oh my God, you smell so good. Then I really like it. This was stink bug, raspberry green tea. Oh, you got that? That's my standout from the last box.
Stink bug.
Stink bug.
Wow.
Stink bug. Did you smell this last time?
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Been under my
Interesting.
I don't care. I've been under your armpit.
That's true.
Yeah.
How good does that smell?
Smells
if
really
I leave
good.
it open, you just smell it in the whole room.
It smells good. I like the raspberry.
Really and I'm usually a spray guy. Yeah. I'm usually like a
pitch smear, like
a right guard guy.
Yeah.
And I love this one.
My standout is definitely that those the 3 balls. The 3 balls, to roll out your plantar fasciitis and stuff like that.
I'm still using the spiky ball.
Yeah.
I used it actually today. I'm learning how to do roll with both feet. I can kind of roll it in between or roll, and then I use the back massager.
Bam.
I 2 for 1. So I'm doing all that.
Everything.
So definitely some cool items. I'm actually using them.
Cool stuff.
I'm always going to use this kind of stuff, but I would actually go buy this now.
And we smashed that cookie.
I remember when you you read it on the card, like this was like no aluminum, vegan, right? It was like kind of like environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
At least on this one, right?
Not a lot of preservatives and stuff. I don't know why you would put preservatives in a deodorant.
We don't know what we're talking about.
It's cage-free. It's no GMO. Organic.
I know it was like it actually, like you read, it was like non-GMO, and it was like vegan,
non-tested on animals,
and then it was like aluminum-free, which is the big thing, right? That all the sprays and the roll-ons have like aluminum in it, right?
Yeah, it's like why do you have to put deodorant?
So okay, code JJD10 for $10 off your first order. And we've got some more cool stuff coming with them. So check it out.
Bjj Box.
Now, last but not least, if you buy anything from those sponsors, use our coupon code anywhere. Send us a receipt. Give us like a proof of purchase, not just a picture of you wearing something. Show us your receipt. Let us know that you used our code, so that sponsor knows that you bought it because of us. But send us a receipt, and then we're going to do a $250 giveaway. As soon as the rash guards are like right there, we're going to choose from those. I get them all the time. I get them every week. People sending us receipts from all our different sponsors, and we'll put them in a hat. Put them in a program, whatever we want, an app, depending on how many we get, and we're going to award $250 worth of jiu-jitsu swag, and that may even go up because when I tell some of the other sponsors, they're hearing about it. They're like, "Hey, I'll throw something in," and it's the value is going to probably go up. So send your proof of purchase to either info@jiujitsudummies.com or just snap a picture of it and send it to our Instagram @jiujitsudummies. Okay?
That's right.
All right. Got anything else?
That's it.
Hey, Mo.
Let's get to our guest.
Ready to do this? All right. Let's get the professor in here. Let's do this.
Bienvenido, Profesor John Carlos Cartagena.
Carlos, where'd you get Carlos from?
Because that's his middle name.
Did he say Carlos? Oh, you did say Carlos.
Carlos, but they tell me Dalua.
Sorry for doing my job.
Milton's prepared.
I was so focused on Dalua.
That's JJD 20.
There you go. Welcome, Professor. How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you for the invitation, guys. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. Having a good time, good talk with you guys. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Thank you for doing this. We've been following you for a while. I mentioned to you on the phone today. Sean from Flow and Roll had mentioned me. He had me following you from way back. He'll throw me somebody once in a while. He'll say, "Hey, look, you should have this guy on." And so I've been following you online, and then it worked out that I guess you used to train with Britt, or you were her professor at out in Texas. And she mentioned, hey, look, so I can get him on the show.
Yeah, she was training. She was training with one of my black belts.
Okay.
So he was part of the team, and I know him for a couple of times. Yeah.
So is that Lynn? Lynn at Sinister?
Yeah, Lynn. Yes.
So is Lynn is under you?
Under me, yes.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Good.
Got
his black belt.
Got the foot soldiers out there.
Yeah, man.
Hey, What's Dalua? Where'd that come from?
Dalua means the moon in Portuguese.
Yeah, that's what we looked up.
The moon.
We were sure. Yeah,
the moon.
Dalua.
I couldn't find a Spanish translation, but we saw that in Portuguese.
I looked up. This was my query, word for word. Puerto Rican slang Dalua. And then it just started giving me like Puerto Rican Day Parade stuff, and I was like, "You're not gonna learn anything." Except I don't want that in my search history, so I'm gonna delete that.
So you are originally from Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico, born and raised in Trujillo Alto, Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started training over there.
Boricua.
I started training over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All my fighting career started over there.
When did you make your way to Texas? Or is Texas your first stop in the U.S. or have you been around a little bit?
No, I traveled to Boston for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
I was in Boston, Massachusetts for 1 or 2 years, but I come back to Puerto Rico. And then I spent a little bit time in Miami, training over there with Cyborg and a couple of these guys. And then I come back to Puerto Rico. And then I come back here to Texas in 2012.
Okay.
Beginning of 2012. Yes.
What made you go out to Texas? What was it about?
I have a good friend from Miami that I met over there in the Cyborgs Academy, Marcio. Okay. Very good person. So he moved to Texas, and he told me, "Hey, I'm here in Texas, and the jiu-jitsu here is growing. I'm training with a black belt, Andre Montero. He's my professor now. So in that time, I was training with Carson Gracie, but Andre Montero was part of Carson Gracie too. So he needs somebody that teach kids class because he have to travel to Brazil. So Marcio told me, hey, come over here, man. You can start teaching class, train with us, and it's part of Carson Gracie. So, I know you want to get out from Puerto Rico, make your name over there here in USA. So I take the chance, man.
Oh, you're around that Austin area? Where are you exactly?
Right now I'm in New Braunfels. It's between Austin and San Antonio.
That area is blowing up with jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
Got to make more black belts. But that's good. That's what we all want, right? We want everybody. Yeah. We want everybody to either try it or do it.
Who knew the new mecca of jiu-jitsu is Austin, Texas?
Oh, it's wherever Gordon Ryan moves.
It's wherever Gordon Ryan moves, and right, Joe Rogan's is Puerto Rico a little bit responsible. I mean, but there was already a scene. I do
Puerto
know.
Rico?
Oh, what about it? What do you mean?
When the whole crew moved to Puerto Rico, everybody went to Puerto Rico. Everybody knew names of Puerto Rican gyms.
But it wasn't. It's not like it is in Austin, Texas.
Well, he didn't stay
there. Was, I was working with some people, sponsors and things like that when we first started. And when I Googled like jiu-jitsu in Austin, Texas, it's just like jiu-jitsu gym, gym. And it looks like it's so concentrated. Like it was just a ton, right? Is that right? It's like, it feels like there's a jiu-jitsu gym on every corner.
Yeah, I was thinking it's getting now, after Flow Grappling move over there and all this stuff over there. So it's getting like big. San Antonio is already have a good jiu-jitsu. So I'm in a good spot, I'm in the middle. So I'm 40 minutes to Austin, 40 minutes to San Antonio.
Perfect.
Sometimes I go train in Austin, sometimes I go and train in San Antonio with some of my friends.
That's cool.
And if you're from Miami, a 40-minute drive is nothing. or Puerto Rico.
If you've ever lived down there.
Like driving in Puerto Rico is like shooting yourself 40 in the
foot. My house, the gym from my house is like 5 minutes in a scooter.
Yeah.
The beach is like 10 minutes, like it's in 2 hours, you can go everywhere.
Yeah, but if the traffic is bad or the roads are bad, like a 5-minute drive could take you 40 minutes.
Where are you talking about?
In Puerto Rico.
NPR,
You being over there?
Yeah.
I used to go myself. My family used to go every year for Christmas, and either like Christmas or summer. From age 5 to like 14, we went every single year.
Yeah.
And still never picked up Spanish. Little kid going, I don't want to learn Spanish. Trying to speak English to everybody who spoke Spanish.
A place that I've driven a lot in, way more than anywhere else outside of the U.S., is like Nassau, Bahamas.
Yeah. And
over there, you would think it would be like the same, because everybody there is on island time.
Yeah.
But like somehow the roads are okay, at least on the west side of the island where I was at. But
like, where there's more, like any of those ports, like when I've gone on cruises, like once a boat pulls in, it's like a nightmare around there. But, it kind of clears up when you're going back to the boat, traffic does.
Yeah, it's an influx, but then it clears up.
Yeah.
Whereas in even like here, it's like one lane closes, everybody wants to see what's going on, and then it's just like all this for nothing.
They call that rubbernecking.
Yeah.
So Professor, tell us a little bit about how you got started in jiu-jitsu.
Well, I started jiu-jitsu in 2002, but before I started doing I do Muay Thai, and I was doing wrestling because I was doing Muay Thai with a friend of my dad. And then they have a guy they call Canino. He just to do wrestling, and he teach me a couple of things. Then I started doing jiu-jitsu with Professor Luis Santiago. In that time was Flavio Bering Jiu-Jitsu before this Carson Gracie. What was Flavio Bering Jiu-Jitsu? So he transferred to Carson Gracie. I started training with him. I was training with Abraham Galva in the Olympic team from wrestling in Puerto Rico. He was the coach, so I was training with them too. I trained judo over there with Tomita. It's a Japanese guy that teaching the University of Puerto Rico. I trained a little bit of judo with him. So I get to this judo gym, and they was doing jiu-jitsu. So man, I like it. So I like fight. So I stay a little bit. So knowing judo, you have a little bit of ground game too. So I found like getting love, man, when I start doing jiu-jitsu, man. And I keep going, man.
Yeah.
From now on.
Wow.
So was your intent to, what age is that? And did you intend to become a fighter? Was it your dream to fight?
Yeah, I was a basketball player. I played basketball for college and everything, for the university, and I played for my school too. But I always like fighting, boxing. My dad was a boxing fan. My grandpa was a boxing champion in the military. Mm. So I think it's in the blood. I like to fight. So.
By mistake, you're like a well-rounded MMA fighter. You got Muay Thai, so that's all 8 weapons. You got wrestling, which is the most champions have a wrestling background.
Judo on top of that, and then jiu-jitsu for the ground game.
Yeah, I do a couple of MMA fights too. I do a couple of amateur MMA fights, and I do a couple of professional. I finished 2-2 as a professional, but that was my last fight was in 2013, 14, something like that. So I retired. I just want to dedicate to do just jiu-jitsu.
So the fight that you have coming up that's not an MMA fight?
No, it's a gi fight.
Okay.
It's a gi fight. It's in Las Vegas in high rollers. I'm gonna be fighting Bjj Yoshida.
Oh, okay.
High rollers.
That's
fun.
Yeah. Is it a requirement to get high?
I think so.
Is it a requirement?
No, I don't. No.
It's okay. We won't tell anybody. It's just us.
I would like to do it.
It's fun.
And then but like on the mat right before a match. So like I don't know if you've ever competed, but like when you compete, like you just like feel different first of all.
Yeah.
And then like competing on top of that, and let's say like maybe
high.
Maybe like you're an anxious high person, or maybe you're a relaxed high person, or maybe you trained.
Summer is here. The sun is shining.
You're not kidding. It's 1,000 degrees.
Shirts are off, and your balls are smooth.
Sure are.
Right? You heard that right. Your friends at MANSCAPED are here to make sure your beach balls are as smooth as Floridian sand.
Beach balls.
I love it.
Something's wrong, bro. You need a doctor.
I need their writer to like write our social media captions on our posts.
Oh my God. Beach balls.
In summer, you want to kill some cold beers and barbecues. Not kill the vibe with pubes peeking out your swim trunks.
Oh, man.
That's right.
I got a good story about that from when I was younger. Not me, somebody else.
Nothing worse than pubes sticking through your G-string.
That's why Manscaped has their Performance Package 4.0 to keep the party in your pants looking crisp and refreshing all summer long. Dive headfirst into summer by joining the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, and get ready for a hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code JJD20. Now, we told all that stuff about, obviously, it's Manscaped. You were talking about...
Plot twist. So we got gifted.
We got some gifts from Manscaped.
The Ultra Smooth package.
Show them the Ultra Smooth.
Ultra Smooth package.
Right.
And
it's with the shaver and the other...
My wife is using it, for the legs and stuff. And... it works, and she likes it a lot.
Yeah.
She actually wears the deodorant.
Come on, why don't you say what you said before?
She wears the deodorant. Yeah.
Why don't you say what you said before?
What? It's an Ultra Smooth package.
Wait, no. You didn't say it that way. Say it the way you actually
I think
go through the whole sentence.
It's the Ultra Smooth package for her Ultra Smooth package?
I don't want to talk about it.
And that's what you see?
So it's already recorded. He'll just cut it in.
But I don't want to talk about it.
You were okay with putting that in my head, and now I can't unhear that.
Does your wife listen to the show?
Absolutely not.
No?
Okay.
Well, she should listen to this episode.
You're the one that brought up her package.
She will slap you.
I brought up the Ultra Smooth package.
She's loving it, though.
She is.
I'm happy. That's a whole nother company. No sponsor, no affiliation with that company.
We had to bleep out that whatever his mouth did at that point.
Yeah,
you're just gonna hear a silence.
You know what's funny? I know, like, I don't want to sound like a broken record. On every episode with the weed, I'm using this like every couple of days.
Yeah,
I don't know, like it. I would just shave, and then I would put the little shaver thing up my nose.
That tickles.
It was so like just part of my normal shaving that I wasn't putting a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
But now, even between shaves, I take the weed whacker and
it's the right tool for the right job.
Yeah, it's like part of my my routine now. Which I would just wait till I only shave like here and here like once a week.
I use it to mix my coffee.
Here once a week.
I use it to foam my milk for my coffee.
I went through the website just because we got gifted all this stuff. I just wanted to see like how much free stuff I got. And I looked up the prices and like you get 1/5 of it off and free shipping with our promo code JJD20. It's a good deal for the product. That shampoo, first of all, that shampoo, if anybody breaks into my house and I'm taking a shower, that thing is a blunt. Yeah. It fell on me the other day because I got a window in my bathroom. Yo, it fell. Like and I immediately moved my feet and I was like, did it break my tile? Like
I'm not gonna talk about I haven't started using them yet.
Oh, they're great.
Because I wanted to shower shoes. I have some other stuff that I use like that I just wanted to finish. Yeah. And then I want to use that for like an extended period of time and see like
I haven't tried the
like it, see what my wife thinks about the smell. Yeah. Like I didn't want to mix it in with my other stuff. I want to like stop using what I have and start using that.
Food.
Yeah, like
for the next episode, I'm gonna try. I will try the stuff, the shampoo, the other stuff, and the shaver, the razor.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like
because I do razor.
Yeah,
I told you guys last time I razor off camera. I told you about my.
Oh, now it's cool to talk. Okay, I see how it is.
Yes. Okay. I actually. I buzzed the balls and then shaved them. Okay, there it is.
Put it in my head.
All right, guys. Let's get back at it. Get 20% off and free shipping with code JJD20 at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off with free worldwide shipping with code JJD20 at manscaped.com. How awesome would it be for like us to like get the most international?
That's what I want us to be.
It'd be like Rogan and us.
No, I want them to have them. I want Manscaped to write us an email to say this, like, your code doesn't include free shipping anymore. Because you got people, because it's going to Mumbai.
Bombay.
Yeah, it's going, to Lagos, Nigeria.
All we need is Canada and Mexico. If they just order, that's international.
America's hat.
So again, 20% off and free shipping with code JJD20 at manscaped.com. This is the summer to turn your package into the full package with Manscaped. I want to say one other thing, though. How awesome is it when you watch the UFC and you see the Manscaped around there?
Yeah.
Even my family's like, oh, that's the same guys, the sponsor.
Oh, you mean that $1 billion company?
No, it's the other Manscaped.
I love it. I love it. Like I always.
It's a different Manscaped.
It's 4+ million men worldwide, and I know there's women out there.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's 8 million balls.
Wow. Well, I don't know. What about dudes like Lance?
That's 8 million Manscaped balls.
Let's get back to the show.
They should say that.
So for Bo, who does, I don't know that he knows, there's an organization called High Rollers.
Yeah.
You got that part. And they do.
Oh, so
I thought they also. I've
like
never watched. I've watched the highlight fight, like the highlights, but I've never watched like a whole card. I thought it was like kind of a requirement, like let's roll.
It's not a requirement, but everyone over there in the place is smoking.
They're smoking.
You're gonna get a contact guy
or anything.
I just got that much closer to jiu-jitsu.
We've been trying to get Bo to do jiu-jitsu, but
high roller tournaments.
We might have just gotten him with this one. We might have just gotten him now.
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit.
It's pojada, weed, and acai bowls.
So when is that fight? You said that fight is this Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday.
Right, so we'll be airing the Thursday after that. Before Thursday, we'll have aired and you'll have fought and won, and then
Congratulations on your win.
Congratulations on your win.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure.
I can't believe you got a loop choke like that.
For sure, yeah.
Really good elbow position. I like it.
Yeah.
It's like Nicholas Marigali style.
Now you're gonna have to watch the fight. Now you're gonna have to watch the fight to see.
I always watch those.
Yeah.
There was a big controversy with Jeff Glover on the last one because a whole bunch of people. Because he smoked on the mat, and people just started giving him a bunch of guff, like on Twitter, and he was like, "What do you care? Like, this is what I do." Like, as come here and do it.
So people were getting on him for getting high at High Rollers?
Yeah.
All right, well, they just don't know.
That's a little silly.
Yeah.
Well, because he's like a respected.
They have a UFC fighter fighting that night.
Yeah.
They have a couple of UFC fighters. They have a.
Oh yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, Amanda Levy does these.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of respectable people do the High Rollers tournaments because I think it's like one of those. there's a lot of camaraderie there. It's not an organization that's so serious that you want to win.
Yeah.
It's an organization where people like it. To me, it feels more like a pure jiu-jitsu. Like people are there to play, but they're there to competitively play.
I got you. It's a different vibe than going.
It's a way different, than IBJJF.
WNO.
So people with warming up, listening to Key Glock or something.
It's more chill out. It's more chill, Yeah.
I know that they've done this. I think they've done this a couple of times. Didn't they do? They're the ones that do cops versus.
Yeah.
Who they
versus
do?
robbers.
Yeah.
Not cops versus robbers.
Win that one.
What was
They
it?
still win that one.
What was it though? Cops versus what?
Versus stoners.
Versus
stoners. Yeah. Robbers.
Makes sense.
Jay Shield win that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Win the belt.
He was on the stoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
So is it? You say he won that one? Is it?
It's also Jake Shields, whose whole job is to do that.
Is it tournament style or is it
it's
like teams or tournament style? Oh, it's tournament style. Yeah. Again, I haven't watched the whole card, only highlights.
Yeah, I fought in the 12. This is in the 17. I fought the 12. This is my second time fighting over there. In the 12 was a 16-man open weight black belt for the belt.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I win my first man and I lose the second one with a man. That guy was 100 pounds more than me.
Oh,
I tried my best, man. Yeah, but
it goes that way.
Too much. The guy that win the tournament was 260 or something like that.
Yeah, size matters.
Yeah. I'm only 140, so.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Pequeño.
So this tournament is how many men are in this tournament? How many competitors?
I just a super fight. Me and Barry Yoshida.
Oh wow.
Okay. You prefer that over a tournament? Is it more fun, less stress?
Maybe. Yeah. Super fight. Yeah. I like everything. I don't care. I fight anything. Like you put me someone and I fight.
There he is. That's a real fighter.
Yeah.
So what? So let me ask you. So with all of the different disciplines that you've trained in, what do you feel has helped you the most in a tournament like this? I mean, it may sound obvious to people, but I mean, is it judo? Is it wrestling? Maybe not so much the Muay Thai, but what other discipline you feel helps your jiu-jitsu the most?
Well, I did capoeira for a long time, for 7 years.
Okay.
Oh.
Capoeira helped me a lot. The balance, flexibility, explosive. Judo helped me with the balance too. Takedowns, passing the guard, give me a lot of balance.
Arm bars.
Wrestling, for sure,
Yeah.
A lot of, but I'm going to be honest, I have a good background in judo and wrestling, but I like to play guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to play guard,
Well,
man.
that's that question answered.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't mind to stand up with anybody. I'm stand up, but I don't know. I feel more fun for me doing stand up a lot of times. So being my bag, I'm so chill and relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That much confidence in your guard.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta get on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to train together. We trained together the other day for the first time in
years. Probably. It's probably like a year.
Well, we probably you've come by training. I've been hurt, COVID, all that. I think we might have trained once or twice this year before.
Yeah, maybe.
He tried to murder me.
I didn't try.
He tried to murder me. He tried to take home my. He tried to take my. He warned. I messed up because he warned me that he's like, I love shoulder. We were on the show or something. We were talking. He's like, I love shoulder locks, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Everything I did, he was like, my arms, like he got me like this.
Yeah.
I said, he tried to take home my arm the other day.
That's just my game, dude.
Yeah.
Right now, at least.
That's new to your game. That's new.
Well, not really, but yeah.
What's your go-to professor? What's the? Do you have like a go-to move? You say you like to pull guard. Where do you go from there?
I like spider guard. I like spider guard a lot. I like lasso. De la Riva, open guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't mind to play close guard when I'm tired.
Yeah. Okay.
I like close guard.
Right?
Do you train gi and no gi? Are you training gi and no gi?
Both.
And you'll do competitions in both as well?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's funny. Almost all my big accomplishments is in no gi, and I train more gi. I win Pan Ams, no gi. I get 2 times bronze in Worlds, no gi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it goes that way.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
But I love more. I don't know, but I think the fact that using the lapel to shogun another person, and move with the sleeve and all that, and feel like you're Spider-Man,
Yeah. It's satisfying.
So feel cool, so feel good,
I like that I can control the pace with the gi a little bit more.
Yeah.
As an older guy, if I'm feeling tired, it's just like, okay, I know that I can grab something and kind of take control a little bit, Yeah, slow them down, and then
I got you. Yeah,
take a couple of breaths.
I do that when I roll with some young bucks.
Yeah, for sure.
No gi. I feel like I'm gonna get like people move fast.
Trying to get a hold of a fish.
Yes.
So
that's true.
Oh yeah, it's the worst when like the dudes shave their legs and their arms or they're not hairy, because then they get sweaty and they're like, whoop.
Yeah,
I know.
no
Yeah,
grip at all.
I'm like a hairless cat. Naturally,
you got to use like natural, like grips and no-gi. You have to use like natural wedges. Like you got to grip above this bone when they're pulling back, and then like grip above the bone this way when they're like pushing forward. Like you got to switch your grip.
Hey, just if you have a lot of hair, just grab the hair like
yes.
a sleeve.
That's what I do.
I like to do that.
Otherwise,
I'm not going to mention any names, but
yeah,
the guy, like when I want to slow down a white belt that's getting a little too crazy.
Yeah.
Because of who in our school who's always grabbing everybody's gi and grabbing the hair or grabbing skin.
Yeah.
I don't want to say his name.
Yeah, I got it.
But there's a guy that he's the one guy that when he grabs you, he knows he's doing it. But he's a smaller guy. His jiu-jitsu is a little bit, he's like a spazzy purple belt, believe it or not. And so I said, you know what? When I have a white belt that's getting a little out of control, I'll make sure that I grab. I don't grab the skin, but I'll make sure that I grab it and make sure that I'm getting some hair.
Couple.
And it slows them down.
There's definitely like
slow down a little bit more.
There's definitely dirty moves in jiu-jitsu. Just like my dad used to play water polo, and he told me, dude, water polo is like one of the nastiest sports. Like in terms of like what goes on below the waist. Yeah. Like just like you get kicked, you get kneed. They pull you down. They'll pull your shorts down or your bathing suit down. If you're swimming, they'll like dunk your heads. Like it's like a nasty sport. And I feel like jiu-jitsu has
those
like
little things.
I've definitely been a victim of I didn't know that they were letting me play, going like with a very skilled opponent.
Yeah.
And then I got kind of not cocky, but froggy. I was like, okay, this is working. And then they put the brakes to it, and then they do something, and it's like, that's not even a submission. That's just, I could tell that's just to make me uncomfortable.
I'll let somebody go, and we'll ask you your opinion on this. I know, like I've always talked about, I let my opponent. I'm 240, 5'10", 5'11", and mostly it's mostly in the middle. Most of the weight's in the middle.
That's good.
So I always feel like a bully if I go too hard. I'm not going to compete. I'm not going to be going to high rollers, at least not
yet,
anytime soon. I'm a little bit older, so I have a different approach to it. I'm not there to kill anybody. I'm not training for the next IBJJF. I'm going there for the discipline, the martial arts discipline, the health benefits, all that stuff, clearing my mind, things like that. So I'm not, when it's a new guy, and I understand like the business side of it too. We have, these new white belts coming in. I don't want to be the brown belt that's beating them. So I let them work, and I'll let them keep on going as long as they don't get, I don't want to say cocky, but disrespectful.
Yeah.
All of a sudden there's a knee on neck or so, like they try to do some stupid shit, or they're grabbing a wrist at white belt. Yeah. Then I'll come out a little bit harder, and then maybe remind them like, hey,
I could play like this.
Yeah, it's again not cocky, but it's a little bit like I'm got to remind them. Hey, look, I've been doing this a long time. I'm letting you go. And as long as you, play by the rules kind of, and, take side control.
I don't even think of it that way.
I'm going to let them advance, up to maybe, getting close to a submission. But I'm also going to, I'm practicing my defense in those moments.
Yeah.
What is your take on when you have new students like that and you have your higher belts rolling with your white belts? Are you someone that's going to tell them, like, hey, well, take it a little easy? Do you have like kind of like, no, go hard, they've got to learn? What's your take on that when you've got new students in the gym?
Mad enforcer.
To my high belts, I always tell them, try to help your training partner, because your training partner gets good, you're going to get good, And when it's like that, I always say use technique, use use technique, and try to do moves that you wanna how to say, like move that you never try in lower belts, so that you can improve that new moves before you do in competition.
Testing lab.
In a higher belt. So you do it in a lower belt, so you can, that way you don't go hard because you're trying a new move, and the other person, can learn too at the same way,
I even like to, I will, if I keep on getting a guy with the same move, I'll stop, we'll get to a point and I'll say, let me show you how to defend that.
Stop leaving your arm here.
Because I do want them, if they get better at defending it, then I've got to work harder on okay, where does this take me? Can I get past that? But it's almost like no fun to just keep on, beating on the same guy the same way, or, just keep on submitting somebody.
I know
like
what you're
that,
saying.
So,
yeah.
Hey, look, let me teach you this. I'm not afraid to do that. Where some people are like, no, that's my move. I don't want to tell them. I don't want them to know how to get out of this.
That's a big meme. That like when coach teaches everybody the defense to your number one
move.
move.
I've put that out myself.
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's go. So the way I approach, I do what you do. Like, I'll match. But if they start doing like, oh, we're going to do this, I'm like, okay, then we're doing this.
Yeah.
I do it back. And sometimes I start it.
Yeah. You got to kind of suck them into the game a little bit.
Do you agree that like sometimes like I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Like I feel that at least with myself, when I go to the gym sometimes, like I just want to go hard. And then I think it's okay for me to want that. But I always choose people who I know are always game.
In that instance, like I'll go with a higher. If I've got a lot of energy, like I'll start with a higher belt, and get it out, and then let him remind me of, okay, don't be a dick.
But I was asking as a professor, because he's teaching. Yeah. It's like when you see some students, you see them, throughout the day, month, week, year, like you could tell when they want to go hard, like. Do you encourage that behavior, or like I don't know, like how?
I told them the first roll with me.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, right?
I like to train hard too, so I always and then majority of my students they compete, and they train very hard. So I always tell them, you wanna train hard, go with somebody that it's gonna give you a good roll. Don't go. With someone that you're gonna feel comfortable in what you're doing, you're gonna go hard with that person, but that you're gonna submit him, or you're gonna have in good position all the time. But you wanna go hard with someone that is gonna put you in bad position, so that way you learn, and that way
Yeah, I was just telling Miguel a story before we started that we lined up at the end of a practice the other day, and one of the higher belts that's going to be competing at it's the IBJJF in Orlando. And that person was laughing, and he was just like, "You have energy to laugh right now?" And earlier in the session, she went with a white belt. She's a brown belt. She went with a white belt, and he was just like, "What are you doing? You're competing next month. You got black belts right here. You got brown belts over here." And she's someone that can compete with the guys. Like, she gives me a run for my money. She gives all the black belts and brown belts. The men a run for their money. So what are you doing? Why are you rolling with the girls with the white belts over here? You should be rolling with. You got a competition coming. And
maybe she wants to get her confidence up.
No,
psychological is also
your coach your coach is thinking like, okay, you're taking it too easy right now. Like, this is the time you want to roll hard. This is the time to be rolling hard.
A month before, that makes sense.
I got to say something. So from my background of racing, when we taught people 80%, because you don't want to get hurt, you don't want to lose control, you don't want to do something screwed up. But when you're competing, when you're going to go to a pro event, go hard, go as hard as you can. You know what I mean?
Well, the event, which
practice
again, we're talking
hard the weeks before.
I mean, again, I'll defer to the professor. How hard are you telling your guys to go? Again, we always talk percentages. Listen, go 100%. You should be rolling with another brown belt, same weight, same skill level. Go ahead, roll 100%. You've got this event coming. Or do you still tell them, listen, 80%, hold back. You don't want to get hurt. What's your take?
I always tell them, go hard, train hard, but smart. I go, if they want to go 100%, I don't mind, but they have to be careful, with it. Go 100%, but when it goes submission wise, be careful. You know, they can go 100%. You know, passing the guard, getting position, and all that. And when you go in the submission, you know, like don't crank it or anything. You know, but,
just don't go all the way.
They like. Hey, my students like to train hard, man. Like,
that's good.
Go for the tap, not the headlines.
Let them train hard.
Do you play music while people are rolling?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
What music?
Yeah, I want to know.
Along the lines of that question, I'm going to add in: how is training in Puerto Rico different from training here? Are there differences, cultural differences, musical differences? Talk about that a little bit.
Puerto Rico, like it's hot, you know. It's hot here, but like in Puerto Rico, we don't have air conditioning. You know, like it's when I was training was like a room with only like a window, like 3 or 4 windows, and that man.
That's
and
it?
then the panel in the ceiling was metal, so yeah.
It starts to heat up, right?
Yes.
No,
That's an oven. That's an oven.
No fans?
No.
Now
man,
one fan.
One fan. You're one fan for everyone.
Wow.
One fan going really slow.
Yeah.
Very slow.
It's moving from the wind from the 3 windows.
No one throwing your hair like this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Whoever's not rolling has to do this with their gi.
Yeah. We're spoiled. I know here in Florida we're spoiled because even if the AC ever goes out, there's usually like a fan running.
Yeah.
You know,
or multiple.
The coach definitely will not tell you before, like he'll never put out a message like, "Hey, the AC is out," because then nobody will show up because we're babies and it would be too hot. But I like training like that. Like I train in my garage. When I train in my garage, I keep my wife's like, "Open up the garage." I'm like, "No, I want it hot. I want to really get a good sweat on." But I mean, training, that's, training, hitting the bag in the garage, hitting, going to the gym for an hour and getting, and rolling 6-minute rounds. It's different when it's freaking 90 degrees in there or even 100 degrees inside like that.
So, team no sissies.
Yeah. So my coach actually was gone for 2 weeks and the AC's been bumping. And congratulations, Coach Adrian. He just proposed and she said yes.
Oh,
so
very
congratulations.
Good. Congratulations, man.
And he came back, bro. Who touched my thermostat?
Oh, yeah. They turned it up. They made it colder.
It was hot.
But you know what? It's funny. It's funny because here in Texas, like everyone have air conditioning. My gym, I don't have air conditioning.
Oof. No.
Oh, and then like my guys like to train because they sweat a lot. They like that. I have big airs, I have big fans and everything, but it's it's a storage garage. Like open the door.
Okay, the bay door, and then just
no
let
air
the fan.
conditioning.
Yeah, but that's nice. I would like that.
So sometimes here it's 100, 105. So it's hot. But they like it. They like it. They call it Little Puerto Rico over there. My student, oh, this is Little Puerto Rico. I said, yeah, man, that's how we train over there. Yeah. But I have people visiting from another gym that they always air conditioning. They roll 2 times and they're done.
Mm-hmm.
And my guys like roll 7, 8, 9. They go to other gyms. They have air conditioning and they keep rolling.
It's like people who train in Colorado that run, or like Kenya, and they come here and the air's so thick. They're like, oh, so much intake. Oh, your guys, they're used to the heat. They go somewhere with air conditioning. They're like 2 times more powerful.
See, we don't train that often without AC.
Yeah.
But I do love that feeling of completely being spent.
Yeah.
And like not, try not to stop. Don't take too many breaks if you can't, if you don't have to.
King of the Hill is really good for that. Yeah. I like the King of the Hill drills.
Those are hard.
Because like King of the Hill, like you don't want to lose.
Sometimes you don't want to win.
Yeah. And then if you stay it's like you learn to become like the villain of that. Like you don't want to lose until it's like you're committed to not losing, and then you're so dead tired. And the drill's just like you're on your back and they got to pass your guard. If they pass your guard, they win. They're the King of the Hill. And if you sweep or submit, then, you're so tired you just want to give up.
Yeah.
I like that feeling. I think that's a good exercise for that one.
Thank you to Feito IT and AV, specializing in commercial and residential automation, security cameras, CCTV, POS, and more. Check them out at feitoitav.com or call 305-428 2515 and let them know the dummy sent you. Thank you to Zone Cbd, a combat family-owned company that supports athletes and the people who love them. Zone strives to deliver clean CBD products for sports recovery in gummies, lotions, balms, roll-ons, and more. After a competition, a hard rolling session, or a tough day on the job, Zone has a product designed to help you reduce inflammation, increase cell rejuvenation, and may even help with aging joints. Visit NeutralZoneCBD.com and get 25% off your order with code JJD. And follow them on Instagram too, at MyNeutralZone. Jiu-Jitsu's favorite monthly subscription box has now joined the Jiu Jitsu Dummies Podcast. The Bjj Box is delivered to your door filled with premium jiu-jitsu and grappling apparel, equipment, supplements, supplies, snacks, and more. The crew at the Bjj Box find the best in the world of jiu-jitsu and guarantee every box to be worth more than the cost. Each box includes 4 to 7 items you're going to love. Visit thebjjbox.com and use code JJD10 to get $10 off your very first box. And give them a follow on Instagram at thebjjbox. All of us here at the Jiu Jitsu Dummies would like to thank the entire crew over at Flow and Roll for their tremendous support. They're renowned for their incredible t-shirt designs, and they've got something for everyone. Flow and Roll quickly rose up to become the premier custom apparel provider for academies, big or small, throughout the United States. Shoot them an email about your custom order, flowandroll@gmail.com, and they'll be more than happy to get you hooked up. Check them out on Instagram at flow_n_roll for samples of their gi and no-gi kits. They conveniently offer flexible payment options too. Head over to flowandroll.com for more details, and while you're there, pick up a Jiu Jitsu Dummies signature tee, now exclusively at flowandroll.com. And remember, you'll get 20% off your online purchase of t-shirts, rash guards, or gis with code JJD.
So, Professor, let's talk a little bit about competing and your Pan Am's win. Tell us a little bit about your history in competing and that win in particular.
I've been competing like from the beginning I started jiu-jitsu. I was still competing when I was in wrestling, Muay Thai. I always compete. Like, I like to compete. I like to, prove myself, like see how I'm doing. I win Pan Am's in 2013. No gi, Pan Am's no gi, black belt. I do a couple of super fight for fight to win. I fought like high rollers. I win. I get silver in American Nationals gi. I get bronze in no gi. I am 4 times Houston Open champion, 2 times Dallas Open champion, Chicago Open champion, like New York, no gi world. 2019 I get 3rd place, I get bronze, and 2021 I get bronze too.
Wow.
I think I like to compete. I've been competing a lot, and I always like to I'm gonna be 40 this month, so I always try to compete with young people, with.
You are young.
I stopped competing adults when I was 35, and I was competing adults, It was hard because it was 10 minutes, but
yeah,
10 minutes it's still do 5 to 10, it's different.
Oh, black belt. Yeah, black belt's 10 minute. Because I'm masters too. We're only like 2 years apart. I'm 38 right now.
Okay, perfect.
So
perfect,
yeah, that 5 minutes is way better than 10. Well, it's for black belt too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find black belt masters harder?
In some way, yes, because experience.
Yeah, that's
the
what I was
experience
thinking.
of the black belts, you have to, any small mistake is gonna cost you the fight, and you have this years experience competing. These black belts being like 4-degree, 5-degree black belts, they've been sometimes being black belt more than I've been doing jiu-jitsu, and then sometimes I have to be competing with people like that. When I was 1st-degree black belt, I have to compete with in a super fight with a 5-degree black belt.
What is it? in the beginning, what is it for each degree? Is it 3 or 5 years?
3 years.
3 years for the first 3,
and then
it goes to 5.
And then 5.
So 5th degree is almost 20 years, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think they should do something about that? You think that should be broken up more by the years of experience?
Yeah, no, it's a black belt. Black belt is a black belt. I don't think that, like experience, like, but it's more, for my opinion, it's more harder competing masters, Adults it's hard too, because 10 minutes and these kids, like they fast, strong, but I think both are hard, like, I don't know.
I'm sure it's hard.
So how does, like working out, conditioning, how does that play into your personal game? And, when you're teaching others, is that like a focus for you? Staying in shape, keeping your cardio in a good place, weightlifting. Do those things come into play?
Yes, sir. I always lift weights. I have a personal trainer that always give me like some
like programs
routine that I have to program, that I have to follow. I never stop. I think I stop when I injury. But if I'm not injured, I try to go at least 4 to 5 times to the gym. And I train 2 times jiu-jitsu. So I teach 7 a.m. and then I teach noon. I try some, depends the day how I feel. I try to train with my student at noon. Go to the gym at 4, make like a 45, 1 hour in the gym. And then like I go teach kids class, then teach adult class and train with them too. So I almost try to do that Monday to Thursday. Saturdays I have competition class that I try to train with my students when I have fights, or then have fights. I try to train with them to help them. So I keep active. I try to waste, and they go to the gym with me too. So sometimes they have a fight, they go to the gym with me and they do the same workout that I do. They do it too.
Yeah,
that's good.
He looks good without a shirt on.
He got those videos on Instagram.
I saw it on the Instagram.
I saw a kettlebell workout or two in there, I think.
I was like,
I like to work out.
Hey, it shows, man. It's paying off.
Man,
you can't let those students creep up on you, man.
I know. Myself included here. So many people listening that would just like, you wish you could just jiu-jitsu was the career, and you could work out all day and work on your jiu-jitsu. I mean, that's like the dream of so many people.
I think what keeps you hungry is that white belt is in the parking lot looking at a YouTube video. It's like, oh, okay, so professor always does this, so I'm gonna do this.
Like studying the counter to the move that you always get.
And then that white belt turns into a blue belt, and he doesn't do it as often, but every once in a while he's gonna test the lion.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure the purple belt doesn't do it as often as the blue belt, but sometimes the purple belt gets a wild hair up his ass and wants to be like, all right, I've been rolling. Think about it. If you have a student that's been with you, purple belt, that's 5 years, something like that, right? They know you. You guys are probably like, you guys know each other.
Yes.
He wants.
Yeah.
He wants. I mean, you want it too. You want him to actually get it and be a good. That's how you know you're teaching him.
Oh yes, exactly.
But they're coming after that ass, bro.
Have you ever gotten caught by one of your lower belts? You ever got submitted by a lower belt where you're like, what the hell? What the hell just happened?
Yeah, for sure. And then like what is funny is like I help my student every time that I catch them in a submission or something like that. I teach them. I teach them how to escape. I teach them how I do that submission. Every time that I learn something new, I teach them. Why? Because if they learn my moves, it's more harder for me, and I get better. And he get better. He get better. He get better. I get better. And my students, they always tell me every time that my more graduated student, my purple, my blue, sometimes my blues, my brown belt, they tell me, professor, today I'm gonna get you with this.
Okay.
So yeah. I don't let them. I go hard with them, but sometimes, they get in position. They get me in stuff. They get my bag in stuff that I showed them. And I said, man, I like that, man. I'm happy because I'm not proud. I'm not cocky. I'm not. I one day learn. I one day catch me.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna let them catch me.
They're gonna have to work for it.
Yeah, that's also good camaraderie. That's good camaraderie because they're not inhibited that you're the professor.
Yeah.
They know you're a professor. They respect that.
That's definitely a vibe. That's a very specific vibe.
It's also a goal.
A lot of gyms, of gyms, professors would not let their students talk to them like that. And I mean, there are different types of gyms. I've been in both, where it's just like you could say that to your professor, and then the other, you can't say that to your professor, or if you do, he's going to tie you up into a pretzel. He's going to make sure that he puts a hurting on you.
My students know that what is respect. They respect me, but they're my friends. They're my friend, and I want they get better, and they want me get better too. They want me to. They are my training partners. Yeah. For my fights,
they challenge you back.
They're the
one that grab the clock. Let's go, professor. More minutes. Let's go. Don't stop. They motivate me. And I love that. And I have students, but I don't have family here in Texas and USA here, and I take them like my family, and then we go out together. They
are your family.
Spend time, So they know they have the respect. They never disrespect me in any way. But at the same time, sometimes when I'm hurt on my knee or my wrist and I'm training for a fight and I still hurt, they take care of me. They say, professor, let's work this. And they don't grab my hand or they don't attack my leg. They respect me in any way. They my good friends, man. They're from Parmesan.
Do you encourage? There's two different questions here. Do you encourage your students to train at other gyms, to learn, to like go to open mats or go to seminars? Do you encourage that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. All my students go everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Especially out there, right? There's so much jiu-jitsu. It's kind of hard to not have friends that are training at other gyms, right?
Go out there and bring it back.
And we have a lot of, I have a 4 or 5 affiliation from my gym. They go over there. They go to 10 Planet. They go to GFT. They go to another places. And all the professors know me. So that I'm very good friend with everyone. So I like to have a good relationship with everyone. So when my students want to go and visit, they always welcome. And their students too. They have a lot of people come to my gym to visit me too. So
What would you tell a professor that's a little bit more old school that doesn't like their students going to other gyms? What would you tell that other black belt or that professor?
Well, my opinion is like you have to let them evolution. Try another role with another people. If they get used to the role with the same people all the time, when they go compete, it's gonna be different. But if you go to different gyms, learn different moves. I don't know. I told my student, hey, I don't know everything. I learn. I like to learn from everyone. I like to learn from blue belt, from purple belt. I like to learn. I'm like a sponge. So I told them, go learn, move, and when you come, show me because I want to learn too.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. Is like I told my student, go learn. Have fun. Go roll with other people. So you're not just stuck in my gym with the same people all the time, with the same techniques all the time.
Yeah. So the second part of that question was, I would assume then you have the same feelings about, like online training, like going to YouTube and finding moves. Do you encourage that as well? Like, yes, go get the knowledge. You could bring it back, or hey, look up something that you want to learn, and I'll help you perfect it.
Yeah, it's not wrong. Learn, learn from everywhere, for video, for seminar,
Real quick, Professor. I don't. When you grab your computer, I'm sorry to stop you. When you grab your computer, I think the mic, like you're scratching the mic, and we get static on this end.
Pop.
I just I heard it a couple of times, but now I saw that it was your hands. It's got to be a little careful. I think the mic, wherever it is, it's you scratch it and it gets all staticky on this end.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know. So yeah, man, like I say, I believe in my jiu-jitsu. And I believe that I'm a good professor, and I try to always hold my student and show everything to my student. So if my student decide to leave, I always like, it's good, like for me is, I don't know how to say in English, like
Dilo.
Let me say like
Dilo en español.
Oh my God. it's not a problem. Let me put it like that. It's not a problem if someone want to go to another gym to train and roll with other people, you know.
You're not jealous. You're not jealous. You don't get upset.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I would assume that like in a small, again, it's not a small community, but with so much jiu-jitsu in that area of Texas where you are, does it happen a lot where people, you know, they're in your gym for a few months or maybe a year and then they're going someplace else? Does that happen? Is there like a lot of turnover?
Yeah, it happen because people have to move. I have a student that been for me for almost 4 years. So he moved to San Antonio, but far away part. And he have like a 1 hour and a half to come to the gym. And gas is expensive. And he talked with me. I said, man, you know what? I understand. I understand. Let me talk with one of my friends in the gym. So they have to recommend how to say it? Recommend that?
Recommend.
Recommend a good gym for you, you know, that similar the vibes of my gym, you know. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny when I bought a house this past year, and when in the middle, we were at the beginning of COVID, we were looking for a house. So it's a couple of years, but we wound up moving into one last year. When we were looking for a house, a huge part of the consideration of staying where we were was, number one, we wanted our daughter to finish high school, but we also considered, she only had 1 more year, but we also considered that we didn't want to be too far from our gyms. I'm less than 5 minutes from my gym, not even, it's like 3 minutes from my gym now. I used to be it was 1 minute to get in my car to drive to the gym where I started, where we met.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like 3 minutes away.
You're super
But my
close.
wife does kickboxing, and we would not move out of the city because of that. We thought about it. We had to consider it because there weren't a lot of houses. There was an inventory in our area because of COVID, because, you know, everybody was coming down from New York, right? Houses were the market went crazy. But that was a huge part of our consideration was we don't want to move too far away from the gym. We don't want to move where we'd have to absolutely be forced to go to another gym. You know, so it's like a huge part for us, you know, but it becomes your family. It's, you know, it's comfort. It's, you know, there's so many things that go into it, but you've had to move around a couple of times.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I thought I was going to be a black belt there.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah. Because I mean, my kids are young, so like I knew I was going to be around, but an opportunity came, you know, to get a house.
Yeah.
And it was like perfect for like what my wife and I visualize for our family. And this is an offer we really couldn't turn down. Yeah. So
it was good though. I mean, it's a good thing. It's hard to move.
What's really nice is now I have 2 gyms that I know I could always go to.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
That's the way I view it. Cause I go, you know, like I always ask, but it's always like, stop asking. You could come whenever you want.
Yeah. You don't like pay a mat fee or anything, right? They just tell you to
No. I mean, I buy stuff every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know?
So the professor, the gym that you train at, do you own that gym, or you do own your gym? Okay. I wasn't sure if you were working for somebody else there.
Yes, I own my own gym. I only have I opened in June last year.
Okay.
Just 1 year on the gym.
What's the name of your gym?
Dalua Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, we'll put the
Dalua.
We'll put the Instagram handle in the description when we
to the moon.
This out. Yeah.
The moon.
Is that right?
To the moon.
To the moon?
Yeah. That's crypto talk, bro.
Yeah. So okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a speed round. We might have talked about some of these things, but we'll go through them real quick. So we usually have like 6-7 questions that we ask every guest to kind of get their take on things, and we can elaborate on them a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
You don't have to. It's not yes or no. It's if you want to talk about it, you could talk about it.
So number one, we did talk about this a little bit, but what is your preference when you train? Gi or no gi?
Gi.
Gi. Now we said this takedown or pull guard is our second question, and you said
pull guard, but I love to take down.
He's torn on that one. I can tell. He's like, depends how much I don't like him. Yeah. Sumi Gaesh.
Now, you're somebody who trains? Do you watch a lot of jiu-jitsu? Do you watch, are you watching the Fight to Wins? Are you watching the WNO? Are you a fan and someone that on Friday night, yes, I'm watching the Fight to Win. Come on over. Let's have a beer. I'm watching.
Yeah, I like to watch it because I like to watch the new move that these young guys making new moves and all that. I like to watch a lot jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Do you when you have a match like what's coming up, your match this weekend? Are you trying to find tape and like study videos on your opponent, or are you just like I'm just going to show up?
Yeah, like sometimes depends. Like super fight like this one, I always like to study my opponents. But when it's at Worlds or Pan Ams or anything, I don't, because it's so many people are gonna go by one by. I say, okay, I'm majority of the time I've been that fight in the same weight class that I fight like Federer. I fight with them before, so I know,
You got him on the way up.
And what about the MMA side of things? Are you fought MMA for a little bit, right? You had a few fights. Are you also like a UFC fan? Are you watching Bellators?
Oh,
Are you watching PFLs?
Yeah. Oh. I watch boxing too. I like to watch boxing. I like to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
I like to watch wrestling, judo, the Olympics. I like
judo is fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's because it's it's a really good event if you could catch it, is when they do the seniors. There's like a huge tournament. I think it's in like Germany or Netherlands or something like that.
Wrestling?
No, judo.
Judo.
And it's like a bunch of judokos, and they're all above 50.
Okay.
And man, these guys and some are like 60.
Yeah.
60, and it's no joke.
Oh yeah, they throw you're gonna feel it.
It's like two gray-haired dudes, high collar grab, old school, like hey.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's just
send me a video next time.
Face down, feet up.
Wow. So do you have a favorite competitor in jiu-jitsu and MMA or UFC fighters?
It's in Spain.
Jiu-jitsu, well, Jacare.
Yeah.
Jacare was my favorite. Yeah, I grew up watching him. And I train with him. I have the opportunity to train with him and roll with him, like when I was a blue belt.
Yeah.
When I was a blue belt, have the opportunity. That was my favorite fighter, and UFC, man.
There's a lot.
I like, you know what? I like Charles Oliveira.
Man, how good is he?
His jiu-jitsu is.
What about his chin, bro? He could take it.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. He have hands. He don't mind to stand up with anybody. Nope. He don't mind it. And if he want to take you to the ground, finish, he's gonna do it.
It's game over.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for sure.
When Gaethje knocked him down and he stayed down on the ground like that, Gaethje immediately
stand him up.
Yeah, dude, Gaethje is like NCAA wrestler, Division I wrestling. Yeah. Like,
you don't want to be down.
You got a guy dizzy on his back, and you're a D1 wrestler, and you say no thanks. All right, that's respecting the jiu-jitsu right there, dude.
Like you got to be like a Khabib to like have the balls to get into that guard.
I would love to see that match.
Yeah,
that's one of my dream matches.
Yeah,
Khabib versus Charles Oliveira. I'll watch that all day.
Yeah.
Is
he gonna come back? You think?
I don't know, man.
No.
That dude. I'm taking words out of Joe Rogan's mouth. He drives a Toyota truck. He doesn't spend any money. He made a promise to his mom.
He does the Eagle FC now. He
ain't he's not fighting in it.
Yeah. No. I know, but he's saying he's like he's running an organization. I think he's in the business side of it now.
He's done.
I don't think that's hard to straddle that line.
Khabib come back?
Man, I wish, man.
I wish. I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think now. Again, once you get into the business side and he's running events and doing the things that he's doing, and then look, the promises that he's made to his mom, he's not going to go back on that.
That's what I'm saying.
There's like he's a humble dude.
He's no creonch.
Yeah, I think he's done, but I think it's awesome to see him training that whole group. To be in the corner of all those Dagestani fighters. I mean, it's fun to see him come out.
Every time I see from Dagestan, I know it's going to be a show.
Yeah.
If it's Dagestan against a good guy, it's going to be awesome. If it's Dagestan versus anybody else, I love watching train wrecks.
What do you think it is about those guys that just
discipline,
monsters?
Pure discipline and amazing technique.
I think, but I think it's because of the wrestling base too.
It's also
that wrestling base.
I honestly think it's cultural too, because so now look at these Chechenian fighters. that are coming out. These people are coming from hard places.
Yeah.
Where like what your worst day would be is like a normal day for them.
Yeah.
In terms of like wage of living, healthcare, education, access to clean water, public transportation,
general danger,
militias.
Yeah.
Like we're this.
They're hard. They're
hard people, bro. It's a different thing. It's like immigrant mentality. Like the Puerto Rican from the Bronx is not the same from Puerto Rico. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is a difference.
Puerto Rican from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican from Puerto Rico.
Get in the cage. Let's go.
So Professor, what is your ultimate goal in the world of martial arts and jiu-jitsu? What do you want to be remembered for?
Man, I always told, this it's funny because I told my dad and my mom before I leave Puerto Rico, I want to be a legend in Puerto Rico, that when everyone talking about jiu-jitsu in Puerto Rico, my name's
comes
always
up.
came out. Yeah, comes up,
Yeah.
So that's my goal. Help people, and put the island top, man, because we have very good fighters. But we don't have the opportunity to, because, but we don't have too much opportunity to travel, to USA. Sometimes the fighters don't have the economic, but we have a good fighters, and I wanna represent them, like I wanna fight. Doesn't matter the outcome, win or lose. I want to always do my best. I always when I fight, I always try to put a show. Always when I fight, I try to finish the fight or put a good show for.
Did your parents watch you fight? Have they seen you compete in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. My dad watched me sometimes when in TV. When I was when I started fighting MMA, my dad goes to the fights, but my mom no. My mom stay home. Turned up that candle.
Yeah. Santa Maria.
Yeah. My brother loved it. My brother loved to see the fights. My sister
does he train? Did anyone else in your family train?
No, my brothers my brother trained for 2 weeks and then he never come back.
You either love it or hate it. There's no in between.
My brother likes basketball. My dad liked basketball too. Fighting wise, you know what? I don't have anyone that I'm the only one. My grandpa, it was
said he was a boxer, right?
In the military.
Boston, military, Boston champion.
Yeah.
But no one. My nephew started karate.
Okay.
But he leave it.
You trying to get him into jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying, but
I like kids class.
He liked to fight. He was in the beginning. He was a little bit trouble when I was doing karate. Because he was in the school and he wants to take his shirt off and he want to fight it.
Let's go.
You're in the wrong school.
Like your uncle, man. Like your uncle. You like your uncle.
Everyday mundial.
Yeah, you got to get him into. He needs to be in like an MMA gym where he can get a little bit of everything. That's what it sounds like. Does he look up to you? Does he say he wants to fight like you?
Yeah. Now, yeah. In the beginning, yeah. When he was doing karate, now he's doing basketball. He want to do like in the NBA.
Yeah. That's a good move.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have a kid, 14 years old. He's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
He trained jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah.
His mom is a black belt and his stepdad is a black belt too.
Wow. Very nice.
Good hands.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we'll have. I'll always let Miguel do the honors with the very last question.
Tu lavas tu cinturón.
If I wash
your belt.
My belt. Yes, I wash my belt.
Yes.
Where's the ding?
Team wash your belt. Ding, 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 ding.
I have a couple of belts. I have like 5 black belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
have one that I didn't wash it, but I have it in the top of my gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I have it
not
there.
the first to say that.
It's all like all rip off and all that. So is that my 10 years anniversary? You
retired.
Black belt? Yeah, retired. So that belt I use it for competition.
You'll still use it?
No, I retired.
Okay.
Only for competition.
Yeah. So now I have like 4. I use one different.
Do you do the white stripe? Do you do the white background when you compete?
Yeah, sometimes.
I like the way it looks.
What's the difference? Is that
competitor?
IBJJF is they don't want the red. They don't.
Whitest competitor. I think just in jiu-jitsu, a black belt with a white band is you are a competitive black belt.
Okay.
And a black belt with a red band and the 2 white stripes
you're a teacher.
means you're a professor.
Professor, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sometimes it depends which one I have it, which one I found. If I found the white strap, I grab that one. If I want the other one, I grab the other one. So, it doesn't matter. I compete with both.
Hey, you know what? Something I just thought about. You think in our lifetime we're gonna have a coral belt division because like so many people are starting jiu-jitsu like at 6 years old?
That's true.
Like
That's a good question.
20 years from now, me and you are gonna be in the same division.
See, Puff,
just to let you know, we're the same age.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna be the same division.
How much you weigh?
Yeah, he's
not 140. I might lose a leg.
Hey, maybe an absolute
shark attack.
Absolute,
you don't know.
Absolute shark attack.
Shark attack. You don't know. My leg weighs like 50 pounds, probably. But like, there's so many young kids, man. I mean, look at kids like. I keep mentioning this kid because I can't get enough of him. Cole Abate is a daggone monster.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god.
Like he's gonna be a coral belt
one day.
Like, but he'll still be young.
I'll be dead.
He'll be young.
I'll be dead.
Maybe.
For coral belt, I'm saying. I'd be dead for that.
Well, with the advancements in technology, you never know.
I already got a little
PR. You'd have to be as old as Yoda.
Yeah.
PRP,
crazy.
Stem cells.
Well, Professor, listen, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Very much appreciate it. I had a great conversation. We enjoyed ourselves.
Congratulations
Thank you so much.
on your win.
Don't hang up. Yes. We're going to come and take some pictures with you, but for now, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. And we'll let you know when we put this out, I'll tag you. We'll let you know it's coming. Okay.
Are you going to go for
the invitation? And thank you everyone, for listening and listen a little bit of my jiu-jitsu and Puerto Rico,
Any sponsors?
Oh yes, sponsor, Flow Roll. Always helping, I have a Bolo tape. Caribbean Hemp Farms from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Always supporting me, Let me see. G3 Arts from Puerto Rico. They always shirts, hats. They always take care of me over there. So I have a couple of sponsors that always support me. When I'm gonna fight, they send me, stuff, supplements, and all that.
That's good.
Very cool.
Very much to all my sponsors. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Thank you again. Hang on. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you soon.
Congratulations on your hoop choke finish.
Thank you.
Thank you to Neutral Zone CBD, a combat family-owned company that supports athletes and the people who love them. Neutral Zone strives to deliver clean CBD products for sports recovery in gummies, lotions, balms, roll-ons, and more. After a competition, a hard rolling session, or a tough day on the job, Neutral Zone has a product designed to help you reduce inflammation, increase cell rejuvenation, and may even help with aging joints. Visit NeutralZoneCBD.com and get 25% off your order with code JJD. And follow them on Instagram too, @MyNeutralZone. Jiu-Jitsu's favorite monthly subscription box has now joined the Jiu Jitsu Dummies Podcast. The Bjj Box is delivered to your door filled with premium jiu-jitsu and grappling apparel, equipment, supplements, supplies, snacks, and more. The crew at the Bjj Box find the best in the world of jiu-jitsu and guarantee every box to be worth more than the cost. Each box includes 4 to 7 items you're going to love. Visit thebjjbox.com and use code JJD10 to get $10 off your very first box. And give them a follow on Instagram @thebjjbox. All of us here at the Jiu Jitsu Dummies would like to thank the entire crew over at Flow and Roll for their tremendous support. They're renowned for their incredible t-shirt designs, and they've got something for everyone. Flow and Roll quickly rose up to become the premier custom apparel provider for academies, big or small, throughout the United States. Shoot them an email about your custom order, flowandroll@gmail.com, and they'll be more than happy to get you hooked up. Check them out on Instagram @flow_n_roll for samples of their gi and no-gi kits. They conveniently offer flexible payment options, too. Head over to flowandroll.com for more details, and while you're there, pick up a Jiu Jitsu Dummies signature tee, now exclusively at flowandroll.com. And remember, you'll get 20% off your online purchase of t-shirts, rash guards, or gis with code JJD.
All right, man. That was awesome. Very cool.
Good
right?
episode.
Good guy, man.
A lot of good people in jiu-jitsu.
A lot of good people in jiu-jitsu. A lot of good people.
He's got good philosophies too.
Yeah, I was going to say like teaching jiu-jitsu.
How about
there's a group of people that are old school and like it's got to be like it was in Brazil, and then there are people that are like adopting to the way that the American culture needs to consume it. It's just a little bit different. Like talking about the like not having heat or not having AC.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, but
you can get away with that in some places, but
that's a little old school.
Yeah,
right. So it's like like do it the way they used to do.
Yeah,
I
mean, he's saying like in PR, Brazil, like there's no AC.
What he said about the kids, the way the students, that he lets them talk to him like a friend.
Yeah,
and then put up the challenge.
Doesn't work everywhere. That does not work everywhere.
No, I understand. But my point is the fact that he's like that. You don't meet a lot of people like that who can put that out there, and still command respect from the students.
I can joke around with my professor.
There's a line,
but there's a line.
There's a clear line.
Especially like when we're talking one-on-one.
Well, like
when you're alone with somebody, it's like you when there's an audience, like you might like turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you're just one-on-one, he and I, we talk about marketing. Tells me about the gym, and hey, the class is going good, and we're getting more students. But there are only like a handful of people that you could be lined up at the end of a class and crack a joke,
right?
And he doesn't visibly want to kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying my coach is a bad guy by any means, but if a white belt makes a joke, it's going to be like, what are you doing? But I think some of the higher belts we can get away with cracking a joke, and we've been with him for so long that there's a partial coach. Mentor, mentee,
it's a two-way street.
Coach, student, and then there's also like we're friends. We are friendly. We're like, don't go out with him for beers on a Friday night, but I consider him also a friend. Beers. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but
he doesn't use it.
You can't get away with that everywhere, and
he is Rambo.
We've had Drew on a lot. Like Drew, he runs his academy very much like my first gym. Yeah. Where you could totally joke.
He'll drink your beer.
You could totally joke. It's fun. Hey, look, if there's always going to be the one guy that takes it too far. Hey, they're gonna hold on to that rear naked choke a little longer. Just to remind that kid or that person.
I think the way he was talking though is it wasn't quite like that. It's not even.
It's caring.
It's a certain type of joking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, I get it. I've seen it on on the inside looking out. I get it, but you can't even what he said about some like. If you went into certain gyms and you told your coach, I'm going to tap you today and you called your move.
Yeah.
They would be like, all right, you're not only going to be his, what do they call it? The uke?
Yeah.
The uke? You're not only going to be the drilling dummy for that class, because that's usually what happens. The guy that's like talking, like being the smart ass. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Hey, Bo, come on, let's, come here. And you're going to be the drilling dummy, and he's going to put it on you a little harder. He's going to put his weight onto you. He's going to do that knee on belly a little harder because you were the smart.
The curriculum might change.
Yeah. Just what he was going to teach that day might change, right?
It's not gonna
he's going to go. Now all of a sudden it's a knee on belly class.
Yeah.
And you are going to be his training dummy the entire time.
Peruvian necktie class.
Funny thing, I don't know. I get a lot of the guys in the gym know that, we do the podcast and they're like, listen to the podcast. Or guys are like, hey, I started at the beginning and I'm listening.
Yeah.
But so it's funny to say this the other day. Flo, I guess, apparently like broke the coffee machine, I guess, in the gym.
Okay.
He's got a nice, he's got the nice area with food and stuff.
He's got a nice everything.
He's got a nice setup. And I guess she broke the coffee machine. So like he was like,
come on, Flo.
Yeah. He goes, come on, Flo.
What'd you do?
You broke the coffee machine. Like he was like, I'm going to put it on you because you broke the coffee machine. So she was the dummy for the class.
Oh, wow.
So but
that's hard.
I guess like other people knew, like some of the people that worked there or the kid, like people started laughing because they knew.
Not like she kickboxed the coffee machine.
I don't know what happened. But poor Flo. Flo is awesome, and she always gets that stuff. He's tough on her, but it's tough love.
It's tough love for sure.
It's tough love. She's a great competitor. She's tough. She's like really the only girl there that will just roll with any of the guys, with any guy in our gym.
And give him trouble.
And put it on him.
Give him trouble or beat him.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
She's hard to kill.
Yeah. No, it used to be like that. Now it's like, tables are turning.
Yeah.
So
she's still hard to kill.
Yeah. I don't roll with her a lot anymore, though.
I got to roll with her when I visited the gym.
I've been out for a long time, but I haven't rolled with her. But she's good. We love you, Flo.
Yeah.
All right. Check us out at Jiu-Jitsu Dummies for all the ways to watch, listen, and support. You can check me out either on the podcast, on the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies handle. I answer that one on Instagram. My personal is Uncle Milty, BJJ. Miguel?
JJD _DJJ69.
Bo?
At BADWERKS. Bad Works.
There you go. All right. You got anything else?
No, man.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Thank you.
Love.
And like, comment, and subscribe.
We just did that, didn't we?
We did that.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
All right.
So Bo wants us to remind everybody to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Don't forget to
What are you doing this for?
click the bell.
Yeah.
For
Just do all the
For reminders. If you click the bell on YouTube, it'll send you a notification every time we launch a new episode.
I was like, I was about to say we don't do this for shits and giggles, but we do.
Yeah.
It's mainly for shits and giggles.
If they heard all the stuff that was happening between segments or before
when the
and
camera's
after.
not running.
But kind of running.
Kind of running. All the shit we recorded.
All right, guys. We'll do it again. Ready? Thank you for watching and listening. Peace, love, jiu-jitsu. Us.